Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Hazel once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. So for today's video, we're going to talk about present perfect continuous tense. But before that, please consider subscribe if you haven't yet and click the notification bell so that you will be notified on my next one. Okay, so without further ado, so in this video, I'll introduce the present perfect continuous tense. Alright, so this tense can be used to talk about an action that started in the past and continues in the present. It can also be used to talk about an action that hasn't happened recently. And finally, it can also be used to talk about an action that recently stopped. So there's a lot to learn, so keep on watching. Alright, so yeah, let's move on. So you can use the present perfect continuous tense to talk about an action that started in the past and continues in the present. We want to emphasize duration, and you can do that by using since and for in your sentence, right? So let's take a look at some examples. All right, so we have example here. John has been studying English for an hour. The subject pronoun for John is he. And that's why we say has. After that, we add been and then verb ing. In this case, studying. You'll also notice that at the end of the sentence, we have for an hour. Right? So that shows how long this action has been happening. When you use for, you emphasize the duration for an hour. John has been studying English for an hour. So let's take a look at the next sentence. Joy has been playing the piano for 2 years. Right? So in this case, Joy is a she. And that's why, again, we say has. You'll notice again, we have been and then verb ing. In this case, playing. Alright, so at the end of this sentence, we also use for and then 2 years. So again, we're showing how long this has been happening. The next sentence is a little different. Right? So let's move on to the next sentence. So we have here, it has been growing since June. So it can be something like a plant. The planter, it has been growing since June. Here we use since, not for. What's the difference? We use a specific point in time with since. We don't say since 2 years or since 2 hours, right? We say when the action started since June, right? So, and finally, we have John and I have been working since 6 a.m. Alright, the subject pronoun for John and I is we. Therefore, we use have. Right? At the end of the sentence, we have since 6 a.m. Remember that with since, we talk about specific point in time when the action started. Alright? So that's it for today's video. I hope you've learned something for today's video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next time. Alright, so again, this has been your teacher Hazel once again, saying dream without fear, love without limits, live without regrets. Till next time, be good.